love you, mommy.
Enseñarte, todo bien interesante. Soy la de siempre, ella es una moda. Dile que soy la que si quiere te roba. Dándole tu casa y yo, baby, tú me piensas. Tu carita negármelo. Vamos a hacerlo como antes. Te espero en mi habitación. Quiero que hagas que yo pierda el control. Lo veo sin buscar amor. Deseo ganar, aunque no lo pruebe el corazón. Y miento si digo que lo pienso. En nuestro primer encuentro.
What's up, Peace Fam? How's everybody doing? So today is my day off. I am taking my boys to this place called Cat Heaven. I have never been, neither have them. Take two.
Yeah, try too hard.
What's up, Peace Fam? Welcome back to our channel, guys. So today is my day off and I decided to bring my boys to this place called Cat Heaven. I have never been, neither have the boys, so I decided, oh, why not? We're gonna try it. I've heard good things about it, so here we go. See you guys when we get there. I love you guys.
These are all panthers or cheetahs. Wait, there's cheetahs here? Mom, are cheetahs cats?
Huh?
Are cheetahs cats? Now that's a cool tiger.
Have you guys been here before? I've been here, yeah. You've been here?
I haven't been here.
So we just want to tell you a little bit about who we are and why we exist. So we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We're dedicated to the education about and awareness of the 38 wildcat species that we have on this planet. We support and sponsor numerous projects all over the world that are dedicated to wildcat conservation. So I'm just going to go over a few ones real quick. One is with jaguars in Brazil. So this guy right here is Dale. He's our owner and founder. This guy in the middle is Dr. Ronaldo Morado. He is the head of all part of our conservation in Brazil. And this one right here on the right is Dr. Leanne Dumars. She's one of our head veterinarians here, tracking their movement around. Dr. Morado also uses camera traps. So camera traps are basically a fixated camera that go on a tree or in rocks somewhere out in the wild that if something walks by it, it takes a picture so you can kind of get an idea of the animals that are living in the area. And so these are some photos of mountain lions, jaguars, and ocelots that his cameras have shown are living in their study areas. One of their main projects is actually working with the people that live where snow leopards are found. So one of the big issues that people have with snow leopards is when snow leopards hunt and kill their livestock. So one of these projects that Snow Leopard Conservancy runs actually deals with protecting livestock and keeping them safe, because what happens when a snow leopard kills a sheep or goat is that the people retaliate by killing the snow leopard in return. So what we want to do and what Snow Leopard Conservancy wants to do is build roofs over these corrals, because if you have a roof over the corral, the snow leopard is not going to go in and be able to hunt and kill any of your livestock, and then you're not going to retaliate against the snow leopard in return. So it's been really effective. It costs about $250 to build a roof for a corral, so it's not a lot of money in American standards, but $250 is about as much money as these native people that live where snow leopards are found make the entire year. So it's not feasible for them to build it themselves, so we help out by fundraising for that. It's estimated that for every corral we put a roof on top of, 5 snow leopard lives are saved.
Oh, wow.
And then black-footed cat, that's another one. It's actually one of the small species of cat. They weigh about 2 to 4 pounds full grown, found in Africa, and that project was actually one of the first projects we ever supported here at Cat Haven. And then Victor Montalvo is this guy here on the left. He saw what Dale was doing with jaguars in Costa Rica with Dr. Morado, and he said, hey, I want to start a jaguar project in Costa Rica. Can you guys help me? So we sent him advice and money and equipment to get his project started, and this was actually the first jaguar ever caught in radio caught in Costa Rica. Almost done. This is Ashwin Naidu, this guy right here, and he works with the Fishing Cat Conservancy. So fishing cats are another species of small cat you may have never heard of before. They're found in India and Southeastern Asia. They actually dive in water to catch fish. That is how they get their food. They're definitely not scared of water. Come out here.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem. So we're gonna start out here. I'm gonna grab, we have a member of our tour who just needs to use the golf cart to get around, so I'm just gonna pull it up. Basically the same tour, except that I will be driving the golf cart and you guys will just walk behind me. It's not a big deal. But I'll still stop everywhere and talk about the animals and get us in a good place to see everyone. Don't be worried.
Get over here.
Over 30, we have like around 35 individuals total. We talk, you know, in the conversation, talk about the projects we support all over the world, but last year was one of our biggest years. We actually donated over $100,000. It was amazing.
I don't know why.
So cheetahs are found in Africa. They are known for being the fastest land mammal. So they can reach speeds about 65 to 70 miles an hour. So we have, oh, did you guys hear that?
He's grilling.
So he's purring actually right now.
Oh.
Do you hear it? It's kind of like a really, I'll be quiet. So he's purring. So cheetahs can purr. So he's just chilling. So we have two cheetahs here. We have Salsa and Jazz. So Salsa's up the hill a little bit. This is Jazzy right here in front. So the reason I can tell them apart is their spot pattern. So like I mentioned in the conservation talk of when I was talking about snow leopards, spot patterns or stripe patterns, whatever the pattern is on a cat, it is unique to the individual. So you can identify them from those different patterns. That is a step up over their prey animals, over the, you know, juvenile deer, over the rabbits. Those fishing pods are going to help them navigate through the deep snow much faster than those other animals trying to get away from them. And then the bobtail, so the lynx, the bobtail is a solid color. So you can see, it's, I'm talking about like the tip of it. So the lynx tail looks like it's just been dipped in like black or dark brown paint. The bobcat tail is white underneath and like black or dark brown on top. So that's a little bit of a difference there. So jaguars are found in Central and South America today. These are female jaguars, which are generally smaller than the males. In the cat world, the females
That one is scary.
They're about 110 pounds.
Let's take a picture of that one.
So when we go up ahead a little bit, you'll see there's another black cat and there's enclosure on the left. So I heard some people saying the term like Black Panther.
No.
Black Panther is just a nickname for a black big cat. So a black jaguar, but also you have a black leopard. They look very similar, but the way that you could tell them apart is look at the setting that they're in. So like for example in the Jungle Book, when you have Bagheera who's a Black Panther, that movie takes place in India. That's a leopard because leopards are found in Africa and Asia. But if you were to look at something that was taking place in like South America or Central America, then it's jaguar just because of where the animal's found in the world. You can also just look at their bodies too. Like jaguars are very stocky. Their head almost looks kind of like a pit bull head. And they're usually a shorter cat. But leopards, you actually have a few different types of leopards ahead. They are generally slimmer, more slender. They have a smaller head. They just don't look as stocky and as muscular as the jaguars do.
Trying to get to roar.
Oh, Jet recently moved here. We're still monitoring how he's doing. We can tell that he's been doing a little bit of grooming on his tail. That happens sometimes. We're not sure why he started doing that, but it's something we're aware of and that we are monitoring.
Oh my god, look at that bird. I'll show that bird.
Okie dokie. Like Murata's smelling something?
Look at that one.
Where?
So he looks like he is checking out a smell on the log. If he just looks like he wants to pee on the log, you will know because he'll turn around and he'll like lift his tail up. I would just recommend backing up a little bit. Yeah, he's really checking it out. Yeah. The cats in the wild tend to have territories or home ranges. In a more general sense, the reason animals have territories or home ranges in the wild is because usually the size of that territory or home range is dependent on the resources available in the area. I see this guy very well. We'll see where he's at right now. This is a small cat. The enclosure enclosure is Elsa, and the one that's in the back is Anna, and I can tell them apart because Elsa is a lighter color than Anna. She's got more white fur. Anna is kind of a darker gray, so you guys see what I'm talking about. So these two are sister snow leopards. So snow leopards are found in 12 different countries of Central Asia, like I talked about in the presentation. The highest they've been confirmed living at currently is about 20,000 feet. So that's pretty high considering like commercial airlines fly at about 35,000 feet and Everest is at 28,000 feet. So they're up there at 20,000 they've been found. So that's pretty crazy.
There's a lot.
So right now there's estimated to be between 6,000 and 10,000 snow leopards left in the wild. Does have any questions? Oh, Elsie's like, what are you doing? Does have any questions or anything?
Then we just jumped up and
Oh, that's Anna. Yeah,
I should have got it.
Okay, I'm gonna start cruising a little bit.
Come here, come
So our next enclosure is our female African lion.
No, Xavier.
Oh, and I'm like a pro.
And Sana, sorry, I thought it was Elsa for a minute. You guys, Elsa was where she was. Oh, sorry. Yeah, be careful. Snow leopards are incredible athletes. So their horizontal leaping distance is about 40 feet, and their vertical jumping distance is about 20 feet.
Oh, it's a female?
Uh-huh. Don't get so close. Stay right here.
You guys
Stay
can go
here.
up to the railing, but just don't, reach over or anything like that since she's hanging out right here for us to see. So this is Pele. Pele is a female African lion. She currently is our only African lion at the moment in time, but we're hoping to get her a friend soon. She's an older female. She will be 17 years old this year. She's considered geriatric for a female African lion living under human care. Everyone is so listening to those kids.
I have a question.
Do you have a question?
Yeah.
What's your question?
Is that Simba?
Is that Simba? So it is a lion, but this would be more like a Nala. So males and female lions have different physical characteristics around their face, right? Their mane. So they have a big fluff around their head. So females usually do not have that, and males do. So that term is sexual dimorphism. The reason, so, we can't just go up to the tiger. We can't just go up to the lion and be like, hey, why do you have a mane? We have to kind of deduce based on their natural behavior and their history why they have certain adaptations. And the leading theory about the lion's mane is that for the male lion, their main job in the pride is to protect the family. And when cats are trying to kill something, whether it be a prey animal or a conspecific, a member of their own species for their safety, they go for the throat. So with lions, male lions pretty regularly have to come into conflict with other male lions to protect their family. And so that would mean potentially having injuries, to their neck. Other animals are going to be coming for their neck, trying to beat them, to suffocate them. Yeah. So the mane on the male lion potentially protects his neck, because if another male lion is trying to get to his neck, he might just get mouthfuls of fur instead of actually hurting him or causing an injury. So that's kind of the leading theory. It makes sense in a way because female lions do not have that role in the pride. They do not really fight other lions regularly, so they would not need the big fluff around their head to protect their neck. But since it's a normal part of the life for the male lion to have to fight other male lions, possibly how it came to be is that at one point in time there was a male lion who had some fluff around his head. It prevented him from getting a major injury in a fight. He survived, he went on to reproduce, and then other male lions down the line, the ones that had the more fluff around their heads, did better in fights. And then, you guys know how adaptation and whatnot works in that sense. So it seemed to persist, obviously. So, you guys have any other questions about lions? Yeah, what's your question, bud?
Why did they grow up so big?
So naturally, they're just a big animal. So like humans, we naturally kind of reach a certain size. Turtles, some species of turtles naturally reach a certain size this big. The Pallas cat, they're naturally up to about 15 pounds. It's just their natural, that's just how big they get. That's how big their body gets. That's when their body stops growing. It's kind of just part of their DNA, part of their genetics of who they are. But lions, they naturally get to be a big animal.
I told you I seen one.
A white tiger. Hey. Okay, now. that's teeth.
Yeah, his teeth.
So most of the white tigers that are in the world are found in the zoo now. But it's not like, it kind of had this bad stigma to it before, but it's just a gene that shows up. It's not like super bad.
Like I was looking. It's in the attack right now.
Don't climb up, let's stay on the ground.
He's big.
He was right there.
I wanted to come up.
What's up? Oh, it's leaving. It left